Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command and General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been letting blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians know that we are the true Jews, that this is our identity, you understand? And it's high time that blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians come back to the identity, you understand? Come back to the ways and laws and statute commandments that the Most High God has given to us, you understand? This Bible is our constitution. This Bible is how we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to treat each other, how we're supposed to eat, what holidays to celebrate, how we're supposed to treat the other heathen nations around us, you understand? This Bible, King James Version Bible, that was translated by King James Shalakia, is our way of life, given to us by the Most High God in heaven. And again, it behooves us to get back to Him. You understand? We have to get back to the Most High God and relearn. You know what I'm saying? Have a brainwash. They say we're brainwashed in the cult. You're brainwashed. No, our brains are filthy. Our brains are filthy for being in this wicked land called America, with how we live, what we do, celebrating Christmas, Halloween. You know what I'm saying? They legalizing gay marriages. You know what I'm saying? They legalize drugs. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. Voting for another nation. So we need a brainwashing. I mean, our brain needs to be cleansed of this wickedness. You understand? And that cleansing will happen when you walk through the doors of the ISUPK under command of General Yohana, wherever you're at. You understand? And it starts by coming to camp. We have a camp Friday and Saturday. Some states have them Friday. You know what I'm saying? And some camps have it on Saturday. Starts with camp. Hearing the praise and proper to the Most High God. You understand? Hearing what we have to say. Hearing how we've been living so wickedly, and that the Most High God has His door opens and arms open to us. We have to get back to the Most High God, and that's something. That's our number one mission as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. We have to get back to the Most High God. Today's class in Long Island ISUPK class, this will be Endure Part 4. You understand? We've talked about Endure for a while now, but the question is, how do you endure when someone tries to kick you off your square when you're in this truth? How do you endure that? You mean they're around you is your friends, your family, in the world, not in the truth. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say you found your family. Slocky, I'm paraphrasing the scriptures, but the scriptures said you found your family when you found someone who follows Christ and fears the Most High God. Those and the brothers and sisters in the ISUPK, we don't know each other. Without the Lord, we don't know each other, but we know we fear the Most High God. We know blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are all the chosen children of God, and that we're being treated unjust. You understand? We're being murdered left and right. We're in impoverished communities. Like we're on the bottom of the totem pole in society. We know that we are the chosen children of God. We follow Christ, and that's what brings us together. That's our true family. We have the Spirit of Christ in us. But the question is, what do you do when your family in the world, your friends in the world, or whoever the society's trying to knock you on the square? You have to endure that too. When sinners try to get you to sin, to persuade you to sin, you have to endure that. When the demons try to get you and you're at your low state, because remember, you've chosen the truth. You're in the fight. Everything you had has been taken from you. Your good job has been taken from you. You're in a shelter. Live in hotel to hotel if you don't want to go in the shelter. Let go of your pride, get in the shelter. You know what I'm saying? You're at a low state and demons is in your ear. Yo, man, light that blunt. You ain't had none in a year and a half. Go call on old girl. Go give it a pipe. Slaka, give it a rod. You understand? What are you going to do? How are you going to endure? You understand? Scriptures say that, I'm paraphrasing that, I believe it's in Romans, that was written before times for written is written for our future. You know what I'm saying? To keep going. It was written in the past for us now to learn from it. So we're going to go do that right now. Let's go into the book of Daniel, chapter 3, verse 12. What's Salakia? We're going to start chapter 3, verse 1, the book of Daniel. And it reads, Nebuchadnezzar, the king, Salakia, the king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and beneath thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. You understand? So this right here is a clear example of something Israelites should not do. We shouldn't make idols of ourselves. But heathen kings, heathen nations of people, other people, they do that. You understand? They make idols of themselves and call themselves God. This is what God looks like. You'll never see an idol image of the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you so-called black man, Hispanic, Native American man. But this is what heathens do. But let's keep reading what this wicked bastard king did. What he's doing. You understand? Verse 2. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent together the prince, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, all that rule the province to come at the at the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Verse 3. Then the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rule of providence will gather together until the decoration, Salakia, of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. It stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar has set up. I'm saying he was happy at his work, Nebuchadnezzar, this heathen bastard, wicked, nasty king. He was happy that he made an image of himself. You know what I'm saying? If you see the Nebuchadnezzar, the image is part gold, silver, iron, bronze, clay on the bottom. Like, there's meaning to that in the scriptures, but he was just so proud of himself that he made this image of him. And he's saying, glory, glory in my eagle. You know what I'm saying? Glory of what I am. You know what I'm saying? He's very egotistical. That's how these heathen nations see how they are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how you see how these Greek kings, whatever, the Roman kings, they set themselves as God, like Pharaoh did. He was king, he set himself as God. You understand? These heathen wicked kings, they see themselves as God. You understand? They set themselves idols. Because they're God. You know what I mean? Like that movie 300. You remember that movie 300? Whatever his name was, he thought he was a god. He thought he was a god. You know what I'm saying? Until he's proven wrong. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep reading. Let's lock it. Verse 4. Then and Herod cried out, to you it is commanded of people, Salaki, of people, nations, and languages. Verse 5. That at the time ye hear the sound of the corner, flute, harp, sackbut, Salakia, psalter, tukum, and all kinds of muskets, ye fall down and worship the golden image at Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. You understand? So he set himself as an image, basically the image of God. And he's telling all these people, because he's king, they're gonna follow him, his subjects. He's telling all of them to worship him as a God. Fall on your face. You know what I'm saying? This is God. I am God. Worship me. You know what I'm saying? This is coming from a heathen king. A heathen king that sets himself as God or above God, because that's what they think of then and now. You know what I'm saying? In America, those who run this country, they see themselves as God. They think they can do whatever they want. You understand? But you being a black man, you being a black, Hispanic, Native American man, you know that this is wrong. You know that you shouldn't stand for this. You know that you better not worship that image of God. That's a false image of God. It's a false God. It's idolatry. You know not to do because it's within our law not to follow this, not to do as the heathens do. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it as they do. I'm paraphrasing. Not to follow none of these heathen customs, and don't you dare worship these gods. You know what I'm saying? This is how King Solomon felt. He had all these heathen wives, and he bowed to heathen customs. He bowed to bowed to heathen gods, gods of wood, gods of stone. He bowed to these heathen gods. That's how King Solomon failed. You understand? Well, let's keep reading. Salakia. We're gonna skip down to verse Salakia. Let's skip down to verse 12. The book of Daniel, chapter 3, verse 12. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon. Shadrach, Meshach, Salakia, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee, Salakia, regard thee. They serve not thy gods and worship, they serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast, Salakia, which thou has set up. You understand? These Jews, these Israelites, they knew what they knew who their fathers God was, who their forefathers God was, who their fathers gods were, who God was, Salakia, singular. You understand? They knew that their God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? They knew that he's an angry, jealous God. They knew that the Most High God set laws not to worship no other God, no false idols. Understand? And they kept the law. They kept the law. Now these Israelites, these Jews, these men, these courageous men knew they might be consequences. You understand? Knew they might be death. In fact, let's read Slocky. Let's go back up. Let's go back up to chapter 3 of the book of Daniel, verse 6. And whosoever falleth not down in worship shall the same hour be cast in the midst of the burning furnace, of the burning fiery furnace, Lakia. So these men didn't bow down knowing that death was immediate, knowing that they would be killed, knowing that their life would be snuffed up by flame. I don't know. I've been burned, but I've never suffered. I've never suffered any like third degree whole body burn. That is it's excruciating. And any brother and sister who survived that, the Lord was with you. And if you have survived that, you better follow the Most High God, because He's the reason why you're still alive. You understand? To be killed by fire like that in a furnace, it's wicked of the heathen, because that's what they do. They have wicked devices, and they think wickedness is how to get rid of your black behind, your Hispanic behind, your Native American behind, because you are a chosen child of God. But these three Jews, these courageous Jews, these brave men did not fall upon their knees, nor they face to worship this wicked monstrosity, this abomination, because it goes against what our God has set what to do. It goes against. You understand? Let's keep reading, Mr. Lakia. Verse 13. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Verse 14. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? You understand? Nebuchadnezzar was upset. He already got the report. You understand? But he's asking these brave men, who did not, you understand, who didn't compromise. You understand? Who didn't compromise their faith, because they fear the Most High God. You understand? And that's in the scriptures. The first step to wisdom is to fear the Most High God. They feared the Most High God, and following His commandments is the love of the Most High God, because you're doing the work. You understand? Praising the Most High God is doing the work. It's not in the churches where you're jumping around saying, "Oh Jesus," whatever the hell it is, whatever they do. You know what I mean, look like you're catching damn Caesar. That's not praising God in the Christian church. That's a concert of Negroes and Hispanic people, Native Americans, just acting a fool, not knowing what they're doing. You understand? But these three men, they knew death was at hand, and the king asked them anyway, because he already got the report. He wanted to hear out of their mouths. He wanted to hear out of their mouths, is it true you're not worshiping our gods? Because remember, these Israelites, these Jews, these three men are in captivity. You understand? They're in captivity, and they're forced to worship another man's God, another heathen man's God, which is not the God of Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob, nor their forefathers. You understand? It's not the God of Israel. You understand? So let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 15. Now if ye be ready, Salakia, be ready that what time ye hear the sound of the corner, flute, harp, sackbut, satir, and the chamber, the chamber, and all kinds of muskets, ye fall down and worship the image which I made. We're gonna stop right there. So the king is giving these brothers, these brave men who were not coming off their square, You know what I'm saying? Who are not worshiping a heathen false god. He's giving them another chance to basically convert. You know, so he's giving them another chance to say, yo, follow my God. You know what I'm saying? Worship this image. He's giving them another chance, saying, when you hear these instruments play, fall on your face. You understand? That's one thing. These heathens, they love to see the children of God give up their God. They love to see us forsake our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They love when we do that. You understand? They love when we compromise. It happens today. When you see blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians in that Christian church, you know what I'm saying, or that wicked Muslim mosque, you know what I'm saying, or following any so-called disgusting, stinking African deity. Salakia. You understand? But these heathen nations love seeing that. They smile, you know what I'm saying? It gets them all hyped up inside when we forsake our God, the only true living God that created them. But these heathens go against God, and that's why the Most High God has something spectacular for them in the end. He's winding up the pinch for these heathen nations, especially the oppressor. Ooh, especially the oppressor, these Europeans, Edomites. You understand? But as an Israelite, you're not supposed to compromise. You understand? You're supposed to stay strong. You're supposed to endure. You understand? Serving the Most High God is not fun. It's not fun. Well, I'm gonna explain. It's not all sunshine, rainbows, and sunflowers and birds chirping and butterflies. No, it's war. You understand? It's war, knowing that you're in the right, but your own people look at you as a fool, as a crazy man, with letting your beard grow and your hair get wild and braided. You're so rugged. You understand? They don't understand the militancy. Seeing you, you're in the cult. You have to wake up and fight that. Fight for the fact that you're right. Fight for the fact that you're trying to get them right. Fight for the fact that you're trying to get a whole nation of blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians right within the eyes of the Most High God. You have to fight that every day. You understand? And if you're in the truth, and especially the truth is the ISUPK on Commander One West under Commander Junior Yohana, it's ISUPK versus the world. All because you're right. You're right not to celebrate these heathen man-made custom holidays. You understand? 4th of July just passed. I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. Not though I sat here on my phone studying whatever. I didn't do nothing, and I pray that you didn't do nothing either. The next holiday's coming up. I'm not doing nothing again. The only holidays I'm celebrating is the holy holidays coming up. You understand? The holy holiday is coming up soon. I believe there's one in September. You understand? Those holidays we're supposed to be celebrating. The holy holidays. You understand? Everything. And not follow the wicked, evil customs of these nasty, disgusting heathens. You understand? We have to stand on our square. We have to stand on the square and keep fighting this war for being right. Keep fighting this war for getting your people right. Keep fighting this war to get the whole nation together. So when Christ come and he sees the progress what we've done, you understand? He can just nod his head of approval. Just, you know what I'm saying? Red eyes glowing, beautiful, glorious, you know what I'm saying? Fro, oh, you know what I'm saying? Just nod his head in approval and get destroying these heathen nations for revenge for us. You understand? But you have to stand strong and fight. You have to stand strong and not compromise, not fall, not drop your sword. When you're going against the multitude, when you're going against the powers that be, they don't want you to be Israelite. They want you to be a Christian. They want you to be a Muslim. They want you to be a Moor. They want you to be in the blackety black circuits, whatever's going on. A Black Panther, a Blood, a Crip, whatever God is against, a GD, Latin King, whatever, drug dealer, homosexual, just be anything that goes against God. That's what the powers want you to be. They don't want you to be right and exact and follow the law, statute, commandments of God. They don't want you on your square. They don't want you to return to your power because they know when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans return to our power, the Most High God got us. The Most High God will show his protective hand. The Most High God will show his hand of justice. You know what I'm saying? The best part about all that, when he gets done, he gives us the battle axe to say, go get yours. Go get yours. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in the book of Psalms, I'm paraphrasing again. I gotta learn these scriptures a lot here. Can't wait to dash their babies' heads in the stones. You understand? Can't wait. Because then they're not gonna give up power. Think about it. They're gonna see a black man with an afro eyes red, woolly right here come out the sky. And they're gonna say we gotta get power to that. They're not giving up that power, man. And in order to see that as a black, Hispanic, Native American man, you gotta endure. You can't compromise. You can't be no damn Christian, no Jehovah Witness, no Muslim, no Moor, no Native, no Sunni or Nation of Islam, no gangbanger, no drug dealer, no effeminate man, no homosexual, no murderer, no thief. You have to be upon the lines of the laws that was given to us. And instead, you can't compromise. You can't worship no other God. You have to fight. Understand? Let's keep reading. Salakia. Khan, Salakia. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast in the same hour into the midst of the burning furnace. And whose, Salakia, is that power that shall deliver you out of my hand? Verse 16. We're going to stop right there. He's so arrogant in the scripture. You can see the arrogance in Nebuchadnezzar. You know what I'm saying? It's either arrogance or you must have forgot who these people are. Because clearly you didn't do the history. Because even what's going on with these brothers right now, there was the Most High God showed his power. So he must have not known at the time. He must have not knew at the time that the Most High God Yahweh will fight for his servants. The Most High God will fight for his servants that are ready to die for him. You understand? That are ready to go through adversity. That run towards the fire. They don't cower. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting for the glory of the Most High God, the only God, the living God of the Bible, the world. Created everything. The air we breathe. The light that's above the sky, the daylight, the nightlight, which is the moon. Understand? He must not know. He's very ignorant or egotistical. But that's the thing with these heathen rulers. That's who they are. They're disgusted. They're egotistical. They don't know nothing. Understand? They're ignorant bastards. But let's keep reading. Salaki. Verse 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said unto the king, said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this manner. So they right there. I'm gonna stop right there. Right there. They have no fear. They're not holding back their tongue. They're not pulling back their punches. They basically how can I say this? They're basically saying, nigga, so what? So what? Yeah, we're not kneeling. And you know what I'm saying? We're not careful how we answer. We don't care for you. Who are you? Because they know who they are, these men. They know they are prince of the power. They are Lasharala. They are Israelites. You understand? They know that. They know that their power will defend them no matter what. They know they have no doubt. They have faith at 120%. Slakia, 1,000%. Should be just like an infinite amount of faith. You understand? It's endless. Because they have no faith. They're not doubting their actions. They know the consequences of going against this heathen king. They're oppressor. But they don't care. They choose death rather than worship some false god. Rather than worship an image that is not an image of them. The fallen needs to the image of a heathen, let alone a heathen that has you under captivity. And today, that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today when we go out there and vote. When we voted for Obama, some nasty, disgusting African, Hamite. Understand? When we fell for the trickery of Joe Biden, talking about you're not black if you vote for me. I mean, how many blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians voted for what's her name? Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? How many votes went to her when she said she kept hot sauce in the bag? Like we fell for that crap. Voted in Bill Clinton because he could play the saxophone. Like, come on, man. These are heathen people who don't care about blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. They don't give a damn about our well-being. Understand? We should not put them in power. We should not put them in authority about us. We shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? We should separate from them. We should keep them as far away from us as a dead carcass body, as roadkill. You don't want to be near roadkill because it stinks. African stinks. Europeans stink. You know what I'm saying? All these heathen nations, you know what I'm saying? We should not be in their ways, put them in our power, and we shouldn't be afraid to hold, we should not be afraid to speak how we speak. Every black and Native American and Hispanic man, woman, and child should have the bravery to say, yo, I don't want nothing to do with this wicked country. Should have the bravery to say, yo, I have my own God. I don't want your wooden cross you hang around your neck. your stone, you circle 7 times and then kiss it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your multiple gods in Africa and majority of them are homosexual. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your Moorish science. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your nation of Islam who follow a white man, Farad Muhammad, a white man or an Arabic, whatever. He's a heathen. You understand? But let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 17. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from a burning fiery furnace. So let me stop right there. He answered Nebuchadnezzar. He answered his question. And if he's an Israelite, he answered sarcastically, disrespectfully, and he didn't give a F. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the angels pumped up their chest, and most of our guys like, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Looking down like, mm-hmm. Getting approval for you being brave, for you being courageous, for you saying F you to the oppressor and your false God. You made an image out of yourself because you're ego. You're small, you're insignificant, you're nothing. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians need the courage to say this to every other heathen, to the Chinese, to the Japanese, to the East Indian, to the African, especially to the European, the Arabic, you understand? We should have the courageous courage. Be brave and say this. You know what I'm saying? Not to be disrespectful, but if the question ever gets asked, say it just like that. Because you're an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? The world takes a big dump on us, you understand? We're undesirable to the world. So why give them respect? Give that love and respect to a black man, another Hispanic man, another Native American man, woman, or child. I don't got love for these people. I can have cordial with you. Yeah, good morning. The time is 7:26. No, I don't have it. You catch the next bus over here, but the love I don't have for you. Let me see a heathen get hit by a bus. It'll be another Thursday. I got I love my people. And you should too. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading. To lock you. And he will deliver us from out of your hand, O king. Verse 18. But if not, but if not, it be until thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods. I'm going to read that again. Verse 18. But if not, it be known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. You know what I'm saying? So these Israelites, these Jews, these brave men, not no Nick Cannon, not no Kendrick Lamar. You understand? These brave men, knowing that death was intimate. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that death was around the corner. You know what I'm saying? They answered boldly. You know what I'm saying? With a seasoned tongue. They answered boldly and they told him, we're not worshiping your gods. We're not worshiping the image of your image that you set upon. We're not doing none of that. You understand? We're not doing any of that. And you know the king was very, very vexed. He was upset that these defiant Israelites, that these defiant blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, that these niggas, wetbacks, and savages are defying him. These people that you conquered are still defying you. They have their God. You know what I'm saying? You conquered them, you didn't see a whip of their God. And they still worshiping. So you're the king, you know he's mad. You know he's upset. You know he wants them dead. But these Jews, they didn't care. They stood in their square. They didn't compromise. They said, I'm not worshiping your false God. They endured the punishment. They endured the thought of knowing we're going to die. They endured the thought that this is going to be an excruciating, the death is imminent. They endured all that, and they faith conquered those thoughts. You understand? Because they knew the Most High God is going to deliver them. The king is mad. He answered his question. Let's keep reading though. Salakia. Verse 19. Khan. Salakia. Verse 19. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury. Salakia, see? Pissed off. Yeah. All right. So Salakia. Well, just want to sidebar real quick. You know when you was younger, you wasn't in the truth. Low, bro, I could tell you how shop. You was in the truth. Middle school, high school. You know what I'm saying? So you probably didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? Then you was in school and you talking back to your teacher, just giving them all type of lip. I remember me. It was my woodshop class. My mouth was rude, disgusting. He turned his natural color red. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was Esau, but he turned red, stuttering because I said the upside. Man, listen. And I'll say it again to him too if he came to the camp. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. But again, it says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury because these heathens, they hate us. They hate seeing us in our culture. They hate seeing us being defiant to their ways, their ways of what society dictates us how we should act. What gods we should follow based on where we live or the demographics. Or you live over here, so it's a good 90 chance, 80% probability he's gonna be a Christian. Or he's over here, so it's good 95% he's gonna be a Muslim. No, we chosen to follow the most high God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? And it infuriates them. Then it infuriates them now once we say, yo, we are the true Jews. We are the Israelites of the Bible. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are the lost tribes of Israel, and those powers that be hated. The world knows it. I said this again, I don't know if I said it before, but Command General Muhammad, I think he prophesied that when everything crumbles even more, the world's going to have a big committee, a big summit. And one of the nations are going to say, yo, you got the Jews enslaved. Children of God, enslaved to this day. Are we going to wake up then? Because it seems to be if the oppressor don't tell you what it is, or another heathen don't tell you what it is, other than a black man in beard, braids, boots on the corner every Saturday telling you to come back to God, you won't listen. Or you will listen, depending. So when that happens, is Israel going to finally listen and open up these books? Are you going to bang on the doors of the ISUPK saying it was right? What you're going to do is get in all black. If you're a brother, wrap your head up and get a dress. A loose dress, no tight dress system. And then listen. Earn your Hebrew name. Do your 90 days. If you're superb, you get it before 90 days. I'm a slow learner. Took 90 days though, it's a lot. You understand? But you're gonna learn to endure. You're gonna learn who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna kill the old man. Because the old man's not brave. The old man was a coward. He was disgusting. He was an abomination. He was a sinner. He pissed off the most high God. You didn't know it. You were inches away from death. That demon, that demon of death or angel was literally like this on your back. Inches. One touch, that was it. Waiting for the order. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in the truth, you know what I'm talking about with friends and family that's in the world that died. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I don't know if you're sensitive or you really got the spirit, you feel bad. Because, like, damn, maybe if I would have said something, my words would have changed that person, her life, his life. You understand? You just pray that they rise again in the kingdom. Don't rise again within this wicked world. Come in, rise in the kingdom. May you rise in the kingdom. That's what we're saying to you, BK. The Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? Be with your soul and may the Lord forgive you. You understand? Because you didn't know. You didn't know you was a wicked, disgusting person. You didn't know you was sinning. You thought it was okay because in this land called America, everything is for the picking and everything is good. You know what I'm saying? Scriptures say, woe to him that say what is good is evil, what is evil is good. We just had Pride Month. Pride Month. Disgusting. You understand? Abominable. Scriptures say you should be put to death. You know what I'm saying? But because we're under grace, those blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians who are confused, who were raped, and thinking they should live that life, they get a chance to come back and know they were wrong. To repent and live righteous and put in the work. Show your works to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? That you deserve to live. You know what I'm saying? That you're worthy of not being destroyed when the chariots come. So we have to endure and get onto our square. But let me keep reading Salakia. In the form of his Salakia, in the form of his visage was changed against Shidaka, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was won't be heated. So he's so upset. He's saying make the furnace hotter and increase the heat. They have to feel the heat. You know what I'm saying? His anger either matched the heat or surpassed the heat. One or the other. But he was that mad. He said make the furnace hot for these Negroes, for these Hispanics. for these Native American Indians who are defying me, and as they should defy them. You know what I'm saying? No Israelite, no so-called black, Hispanic, Native American Indian should conform to their oppressor. Understand? The Benjamin, I'm a Benjamin. We say burn Babylon, and Babylon's going to fall. You understand? It will fall, and it's falling now, crumbling, flakes. It's falling to pieces. You know what I'm saying? But you have to see it. You have to be righteous. You have to be spiritual to see it. It's falling to pieces. You know what I'm saying? Pink on pink violence is going to be on an all-time high in this part of the world. You see what's going on in Ukraine? Same family fighting each other. But you have to stand in your square and endure. Endure all those that are trying to get you off your rock, trying to get you to turn your back away from the Most High God, trying to get you to be a Jehovah Witness or 7-day evangelical, whatever the hell it's called, Muslim or whatever, to get you to worship a fake, false God that's not real. You understand? Let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 20. And he commanded the most Salakia, and he commanded the most mighty men, Salakia, that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning furnace. So he was so mad. He said, "Get the biggest, the biggest, the biggest of the biggest. Get the Broly men, the Broly heathen soldiers to bind y'all up." You know what I'm saying? You know they wasn't polite. You know what I'm saying? If you was ever in the world and you ever got arrested and there was some cop on steroids, he wasn't polite putting you in the paddy wagon. He wasn't polite. So put that imagery with these heathens. They're not polite. They're roughing them up, binding them up, you understand? That's why he ordered for the biggest of the biggest, you understand? To graft them up. But let's keep reading. Verse 21. And these men were bound to their coats, the harness in their hands, and their garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning furnace. You understand? They were wrapped up, bound. You understand? Hog tied. I don't want to use swine, but they were tied up. You know what I'm saying? They was thrown into the furnace. They was getting ready to be thrown. You understand? Like no way of escaping. You know what I'm saying? The king was so mad he wanted to make a point. I mean, let's see you get out of this. I mean, where's your God, basically? You know what I'm saying? Let's see you get out of this. But they endured. They didn't panic. They didn't scream for mercy. They took death on the chin and it was cheerfully like, yeah, I died for my Lord, for my power. You understand? They showed no fear. They showed no compromise. You understand? But you have to endure to the very last end. You can't quit. Well, let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 22. Salakia. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flames of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You understand? Salakia. Verse 23. And these three men, Salakia, Salakia, my boy. Yeah, Salakia. The flame was so hot. The flame was so hot, and it snared these three men. It killed the three men that brought him there. It killed them. That's how hot it was. The three strong, burly men that threw them in there, the flames was that hot, it ignited and incinerated them. It killed them. That's how hot it was. That's how mad this heathen king was at these Negroes, these Hispanics, these Native American men, you know what I'm saying, these Israelites who defied him, who wouldn't break, who wouldn't compromise, who endured all that, who endured the process, who endured the trial, because it was basically a trial, you understand, with the king. You know what I'm saying? It was a trial game because the king gave an opportunity to break, to come off their square, to compromise, but they said, I don't worship false God. I don't worship no no idol. I'm not an idol worshiper. Because it's not the ways of my God. It's not the ways of the Most High God, Yahweh in the Hebrew. Understand? It's not the ways of the gods of my forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm gonna stand on my square till I die. And that's exactly what these men were prepared to do. They were prepared to die that day. They were prepared to die for the glory of the Most High God. They were prepared to die in the right. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians in this country, we died wrong for a long time, for too long now. You know what I'm saying? We died being a gang member. We died being a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? We died jumping out the window and running from having sex with another man's wife. You understand? We died in jail for crimes we commit. We died from HIV/AIDS for being a homosexual. We died from HIV/AIDS from being too sexual. You understand? We died for being wrong for too long in this country. So why not die being right? Why not die? Why not die being right with God? Being righteous. Knowing that you follow the laws, statute, commandments of the Most High God, knowing that you took back your customs, your wage, understand? Knowing that. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God will reward you. The Most High God is going to reward you for standing on your square. Understand? For enduring to the end. He is the living God for a reason, you understand? But let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse Salakia. Verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar, hold on, Salakia. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. Verse 25. He answered and said, Lo, I see a 4th man loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And nay, Slakia, and the form of the 4th was like the Son of God. So in the scripture, Nebuchadnezzar, he was confused. He was confused and dumbfounded. Dumbfounded and questioned the fact that we threw these men who defined me. We threw these Jews, these Israelites, these blacks, Hispanics, Native American men into a burning fiery furnace that killed my men. My men. And I don't hear no screams of agony. I don't hear no pain. I don't hear no crying. He was so dumbfounded and confused. He asked his counselors. He asked his yes men, Yo, didn't we just throw these Negroes, these Hispanics, these Native American men, women, these men in the fiery furnace? And they said, yeah, true, we did. That's true. And it says right here, Salakia, verse 26, in Salakia, verse 24, and answered and said, Lo, I see a 4th man loose. So he looks in the furnace, he see a 4th man. So I'm pretty sure he's doing this, you know what I mean, being dumb, because you know these heathens are stupid, retarded, make no sense, you know what I'm saying? So he probably count on his fingers, you understand? I threw 3 in there, but he sees a 4th man loose. And that 4th man, he said, walked in the midst of the fire. So he's walking in the fire like it was nothing. The flame was like walking through a field of wheat. You know what I mean? A field of flowers, nothing. You understand? It didn't hurt him, didn't harm him. And he said to Lakia, and they have no hurt. They have no hurt. They weren't in pain. It was a breeze for them. In the furnace, he made even hotter in his rage because these Negroes, these Jews, these people undesired weren't hurt. Who these people weren't hurt. The people who defied him in front of everybody. Because he's the king. He's the rulership. He has them in captivity. They defied him, so he's mad. He's mad, confused, and dumbfounded. And then he sees a 4th man in the furnace he done thrown there. Let's see who this man was. And in the form is like the Son of Man. So when it says the Son of Man, it's either Son of Man. Depending on context, when you see Son of Man, you either talk about our Lord, our Savior, King Yahushua, a prince of the power, a prophet of God, or an angel. And if you know anything about angels, and angels are very powerful beings, you understand? They help the Most High God create this universe. In fact, they do the work. And know if you're a Christian, you they do the work. What? Yeah, the angels do the work. But if you're a spiritual man, you have to understand, like, the Most High God is so powerful, he sent his angels to do the work. The angels do the work of the Lord. The angels come here and do and then make their reports. The angels come here and protect the priests and prophets of the men of the Lord of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? The angels are around us. They're around us right now. They're around us now. They're around you now. You understand? Making sure everything's good. If you're following the Lord's statute commandments, because you're a priest and prophet of the Lord, you're a daughter of Zion, and you're walking in the ways of Christ. You're following the Lord's statute commandments of God. So the angels are going to be there to protect you. That's their job when you're living right, when you're living righteous. When you're not no damn Christian, when you're not a Muslim, when you're not following the stupid Pan-African or African ways, when you're not an NOI, Nation of Islam, when you're not a Moor, a gangbanger, a drug, you're not a sinful, disgusting bastard. The angels will be there. The angels will be there to get you out of your fiery trial. You understand? The angels will be there to see you through anything, to get you out of sub jams. You understand? And blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and we will be able to see this today. There won't be another brother getting shot 90 times, getting hit 60 times. The angels will be there to prevent that. You'll think the boy was Neo or some bullet stopping midair, or be shot right back at him. You know what I'm saying? Which would be righteous. If we live righteous and the angels will come and protect us like that. You understand? Because they're waiting. The angels are our brothers. You think they love seeing blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians go to the hell? How many black, Hispanics, Native American children are missing? Women and children are missing. See, the black man, they don't care about the black, Hispanic, Native American man. He's being hunted down in the streets of America. Or the Americas. You understand? You think the angels don't ball up their fists going back to the Most High God? Yo, when can we get our brothers, our family? But you gotta live right. We gotta prove to the Most High God that we're worthy of that. You don't just get a job and you think you get promoted. You gotta work for the promotion. You gotta be promoted to the kingdom of heaven. You gotta show your works. You gotta put your brick in. That's what you have to do. But you have to endure. You have to endure every time we turn on the TV, another shooting. You have to endure every time you open the door, you see the ambulance out there, and there's a body stretched out, maybe a sister or brother, or a child of power. Child, you know what I'm saying? You have to endure this. And that's in the scriptures. There's going to be more of this. Believers in Matthew's. It's going to be more of this. But for our sake, and paraphrase the scriptures again, time's going to speed up. And it's true. I mean, when I was in the world, you couldn't wait for Christmas or your birthday. I don't do that no more. But the time where it's at, which is the end of the year, is phenomenal. I mean, it was New Year's yesterday. We're in the middle of the year. It's about to be winter. You know what I mean? It's just crazy because time is speeded up for our sakes, for the sakes of the priests and prophets. The Lord don't want us to go through this no more. We have to endure. We have to get through. We have to fight. We have to stand on our square. We have to fight. We have to get through all of this. You understand? We can't compromise. I'm tired of waking up and going out the door, you know what I'm saying, and reading and hear about our people being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Our Hispanic brothers and sisters are still in the cages. Flint still has no clean water. Those cops that shot that young boy 90 times, 60 hit him, they're gonna get acquitted. All of them sent to another department in the nation, be praised. If maybe 2 or 3 go to jail, they're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Because they kill us and hold themselves not accountable. They did nothing. Their hands are wrenched when it's full of blood, dripping of our blood. The angels and the Most High God don't love that, but we have to come back to God. We have to follow the law, statute, commandments. We have to stop sinning. We have to repent. You know what I'm saying? We have to go through the doors of the ISUPK under command of Junior Hunter and take our culture back. Live right. And endure everything that comes with that. Because you choose this, Satan's on your ass. Satan's gonna make sure you real. It's gonna hurt you. He's gonna put a hurting on you. It doesn't have to be physical. He can go touch your family. He can take away your job. Anything to see if you are going to break. You have to make Satan go back to the Most High God and say, I'm gonna get him this time. I'm gonna get him this time. I'm gonna get him this time when the Most High God say, yo, leave him alone. Leave him alone. The demons are with him. He's gonna fight those forever till I decide till I decide to let my son loose on earth. Just leave him alone. You know what Satan gonna do? Kind of won't come. And go on to the next one he's gonna test. But you have to endure. You have to stand in your square. You understand? Let's keep reading those. Salakia. We on verse. Verse 26. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mount of the burning furnace, and spake, and said, Synagogue, Mishka, uh, Synagogue, Mishka, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High power, come forth, and come hither. Then Shakara, Mashika, Meshika, and Abednego came forth out of the midst of the fire. Verse 27. And the prince, and governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men upon those bodies, and the fire that had no power, nor was the hair on their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of the fire had passed on them. So I'm saying, when in that fiery furnace, the angel protected them. The angel made sure there was no evidence of them being in the fire. Didn't smell you using the fire. Your clothes didn't burn. You know what I'm saying? You had no, like, it looked like nothing happened to you, because that's the power of the Most High God. He'll send an angel to protect you. If when you're serving the Most High God, the angels will protect you. You know what I'm saying? You should have no fear. Go to bed knowing that the angels will protect you. You're in a rough neighborhood. You're serving the Most High God. Know that nothing's going to happen to you. Because that's exactly what happened to these men who didn't break, who didn't fold, who didn't come up that square, who didn't worship no heathen God, who wasn't no nasty, disgusting Christian, Muslim. You know what I'm saying? They stood on the gods of their forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They stood strong. You understand? But let's keep reading. Were their coats changed, nor smell of fire passed on them. Verse 28. Then Nebuchadnezzar spoke and said, Blessed be the most high power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's words and yelled their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any power, any god, except for their own power. Verse 29. Let me stop right there. So there you see, it's funny. It's funny and it's right, because it's going to happen again. That he made a believer out of these heathens. The Most High God sent one angel and answered this question a few scriptures earlier: who's going to save them from my hand? And the Most High God, Yahweh in the Hebrew, that's his name in the Hebrew, he saved his servants. He saved his priests and prophets. He saved his servants from death, from destruction, from the pearls of a heathen king who wanted to kill them. And now you read the scripture that he had a whole change of mind, because that's what God can do. God will change a heathen spirit once he sees that, you can't touch these Negroes, these Hispanics, these Native American Indians, who are the lost tribe of Israel according to the Bible. Understand? He changed the mind of the heathen and say, you don't got to worship my God. Worship your own God, because he knows he can protect him from that. He'll get rid of me. He'll kill me. And that's what's going to happen to all these heathens who oppress us, who have their neck on so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Understand? That's exactly what's going to happen. Let's finish it up, though. Verse 29. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nations, and language which I speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Shakar, Mishakah, and Abednego shall be cut into pieces, and their houses shall be made of dunghills, because there is no other power that can deliver out of this sort. So he converted the king. These three Jews, these three Israelites converted the king because they endured. They didn't compromise. They stood in a square. Death was intimate. Death was promised if you didn't worship their false gods. If you didn't fall on your face and worship the idol of Nebuchadnezzar. They knew death was, but they were courageous and brave and said, La'ah, no. La'ah means no in Hebrew. You understand? They said, no, I'm going to serve the God of my forefathers. I'm going to serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm going to serve the God of Israel, which is the only God of earth, the only true living God. And these false gods are fake, and I'm not going to. And them doing that inspired the king to say, there's no other God but the God of Israel, because he delivered them out of my hands. He sent an angel to protect them. And he said, if any other people, this is their God, you will die. he, he got zeal. Even though he was a heathen king, he showed zeal for a God that's not his own. You understand? But that's the power of the Most High God. And the thing about it, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians come back to our God, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, your God, only God. You understand? That all this, you can be protected. You understand? You will be protected and you will live easily. The God, Most High God, will send angels to protect you. You understand? But we have to learn to endure and stand square, not compromise. But with that being said, this is the ISUPK coming out of One West on the Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been letting blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians know that we are the true Jews. We are the Israelites. We are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. And this is the Long Island ISUPK class. Lock it. Shalom, Israel.